Hello and welcome to Studio 18 in the Pines. This show, called Stepping Stones to Creativity, is a really interesting show. It's the teachers who teach in Pembroke Pines and their students. That's the work that's being hung in this gallery for this exhibit. And it's amazing to see the work of young people when they're taught by good teachers. So let's go have a look. This is Amelia Mohammed, who's the facility manager for this building, and put together this incredible show. It's really very different because it's how many artists?
We have 4 teachers and their students work. Their ages ranges from 5 all the way up to adults.
And they teach in Pembroke Pines. Some teach right here at Studio 18, and some at Fletcher.
And some at River of Grass.
And some at River of Grass.
Yes.
So we have a lot of art going on in Pembroke Pines.
Oh, yes, we do, and we have some amazing teachers. They're very talented, and if you come by and take a look at the artwork, you'll definitely see how much they've given to their students, and you can see it in their work.
Absolutely, you really can.
Yes.
Please meet a wonderful artist. Her name is Alina Brigitte, and she's done this gentleman on my left. What does he make? His name is William.
Yes, his name is William, and he's made out of ceramics, well, mixed media, but ceramics, clay, wax, plaster, clothing, paint, anything I could sort of get my hands on.
Anything you could put on him.
Yes.
And you must have had a great time creating him.
Yes. So the time that I created him was actually in college. So I was 22, 23 years old. And I was sort of given the opportunity with my BFA program that I was a part of. I was given the opportunity to create something big, something that mattered to me. And I sort of dug deep within myself and my identity, and I tried to revisit a time in my life that was pretty chaotic. When I was 16, I was diagnosed with cancer, stage 4 cancer.
Oh my goodness.
And yeah, and so he is basically about that story. So in college, when I felt like I was developing my thoughts a little bit more and exploring who I was able to use that time to revisit another time where I might have just felt a little bit confused about everything that was going on. And
I should say so.
Yeah, so it was a really crazy and sort of unfortunate time, but with creating William and creating this identity that held all of this like chaos, I was able to in turn love that time in my life and love this sculpture that, is nobody really wants to hang out with William on a day-to-day basis, but to me, he's so dear to me. Yes, he's extremely dear to my heart and represents everything through
and
that journey.
Came through it.
Yes,
well.
yes,
Good
yes. So I'm in remission. Yes, I am.
Good for you. And so you also draw and paint.
Yes, I draw and paint. I prefer sculpture, but I don't have a studio right now, so I haven't been sculpting. I've been painting and drawing a lot more. I'm one of the teachers at Fletcher Art Center and at River of Grass Arts Park for the city of Pembroke Pines. And it's interesting to see these students sort of react to my work in different ways.
I'm sure.
Yeah, so they'll see
How
my...
old are they?
So I've taught from 5 to 17. There's different age groups that I teach. But it's awesome to see their reactions to my paintings and to my drawings and to my sculptures, because they're all very different, but they all share that one thing that I try to explain, or I try to express,
Well,
which
it's
is my
you.
identity.
They're
yeah.
you.
Exactly.
They're definitely not somebody else, even the ones that don't look like William.
Yep. I try to put myself in it, in everything that I make. So.
Well, Alina, thank you so much.
No problem.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Thank
and
you very much.
I hope your students do really, really well.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Here's one of our really best artists in Studio 18, and it's Maria Weeder, and this is her work and her students' work. Your students are so professional.
Oh, thank you.
That, you know, you're obviously a really good teacher.
Oh, thank you.
In addition to being a really good artist.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm very proud of my students. Most of them come in just because they want to learn. Most of them are beginners. And,
Really?
Oh, yeah. Well, here and there's somebody that's been painting before, but a lot of them are beginners. And they come in and say, well, I can't draw a stick figure. And I go, don't worry, you'll be able to draw. And they surprise themselves. And they enjoy it so much. I've had students for 5 years that have never left. I have people that come and go, but I have a really nice group of students. And I do oil paintings. We start with drawing a little bit first in charcoal, and then I set up models, and from there we work on. Eventually they may want to do something from a photograph or whatever it is that they're interested in. I always work individually. It's not
that's great.
It's not a group lesson. It's individual lessons within the group. And yeah, I'm really proud of them, and they always surprise themselves sometimes, and I'm like, yeah, I know you can do it.
So they don't surprise you at all.
I think that most of them have it in it. Sometimes they just need my guidance, and most of all, they have to be confident about themselves, and that's what I try to instill in them. You know, besides learning the techniques and learning the materials,
Sure.
the creativity, and just having fun because they relax.
Do they all paint in oil on canvas, or do they paint in acrylic, or do they
No,
paint
we
in water?
concentrate on oil. Yeah.
So they're
Yeah, so my focus is on oil because that's my strongest medium, and so they know that. If they wanted to do watercolors, it would be better for them to find a
Sure,
teacher that does
of
watercolor.
course.
But I'm telling you, some of them, they just love it. They find it very relaxing, a chance to socialize with other students and be creative, you know. So it's very fulfilling for me.
it's obviously very fulfilling for them as well, because they keep coming back.
Yes, right, that's true.
So,
That's a good sign, right? It's true.
well, I think that you're one of Studio 18's finest
Thank
artists.
you. I appreciate that.
And you do beautiful work. And it shows.
Right.
you
Thank
know,
you.
And
yeah.
it shows in your students.
Oh, I know. I'm very proud of them. Absolutely.
So thank you.
No, thank you.
For OCTV, I'm Elaine Kugelman, and thank you for joining me today on this trip to Studio 18 in the Pines to see this beautiful, beautiful exhibit called Stepping Stones to Creativity.